Welcome to Raaonline. I am Dr. Sudha Ekambaram, Pediatric Nephrologist. I'd be discussing about how true is urine examination a liquid renal biopsy. My talk would be covering under these headings: the urine sampling techniques, the physical character, biochemical analysis, microscopic analysis, the recent advances. So 6,000 years ago, laboratory medicine began with analysis of human urine as uroscopy, and later this was termed as urine analysis. The word uroscopy derives from two Greek words, auron, which means urine, and scopio, which means to behold, contemplate, examine, inspect. Ancient physicians spoke of urine as a window to the body's inner workings and reflected different diseases. Today, urine analysis continues to be a powerful tool in obtaining crucial information. It is used as a screening test, a diagnostic test, as well as to follow up the efficacy of therapy. So why urine analysis is preferred? Because it is a very simple test. Definitely it is inexpensive when compared to other investigations, and it's non-invasive test of renal function. And it provides rich information about various diseases. So let's see if it's definitely a liquid biopsy or not. So first is the urine sample collection technique. It's the midstream clean catch is the method of choice for toilet trained children. How do we do it? Is first to clean the genitals and the perineum with soap and water, and this reduces the contamination, and then we ask them to collect the midstream sample. In infants and toddlers who are not toilet trained, we have various methods of collection like the bag sample, the catheterized sample, as well as suprapubic aspiration. For the bag collection, the genitals are inspected, it's cleaned, and then a self-adhesive collection bag is securely attached, and this bag urine is usually used for a routine examination. In a child, when a bag urine is taken for a urine culture, if it is negative, then definitely it's a negative culture. But then if it's positive, then you'll have to take it with a pinch of salt, and you'll have to ensure you repeat it with other methodology. And for catheterized urine, the cultures can be obtained by a one-time catheterization, and it is better to avoid the samples from the indwelling catheter. And the best method would be a suprapubic aspiration for a urine culture in a child who is not toilet trained. And this urine is collected by vesical puncture if UTI is suspected, particularly in a toilet, in a child who is not toilet trained. Now, which sample should be analyzed? The first void is the preferred sample, but random sample is still acceptable in children, and we have to go for a freshly collected sample. And if you're not able to analyze it immediately, best would be to refrigerate the sample and perform the analysis at the earliest, because when you process a sample which is freshly collected, the results are more reliable. So it is very important for you to do samples in a freshly collected urine and refrigerate it only if it is not possible. Now, what do we look for in the urine analysis? The physical character, which is the volume, color, odor, specific gravity, osmolality, and the chemical analysis, which is the pH, glucose, proteins, ketone bodies, nitrites, urobilinogens, bilirubin, and blood. I'd be dealing on that which is concerned with the pediatric nephrology. And microscopy of sediments, which is the various cells like the RBCs, WBCs, casts, crystals, and epithelial cells. So in physical character, first is the macroscopic examination, which includes the volume, color, and the odor. Now, for volume, what does the volume tell us? What does the urine volume tell us? It gives us two important aspects. One is the hydration status of the body as well as the functional capacity of the kidneys. The normal urine output per day in different ages is in infants and toddlers, it's 2 to 3 ml per kg per hour. In a preschool and a school going child, it is 1 to 2 ml per kg per hour. And it is termed as anuria when there is no urine output for 12 hours. And in AKI, KDIGO stage 3, this is considered as renal shutdown. Oliguria is when the urine is less than 1 ml per kg per hour. This is seen in patients who have intravascular volume depletion, intrinsic or obstructive renal disease. And polyuria is when the urine output is more than 4 ml per kg per hour, and it is seen in psychogenic polydipsia, in a chronic kidney disease, diabetes insipidus and diabetes mellitus. So, macroscopic examination, coming to the order. What does order tell us? So, in a child, a normal urine order is actually urinoid, and it can be strong in concentrated specimens. Whenever there is a fruity or a sweet order, consider diabetic ketoacidosis. Ammoniacal order, when there is bacteria in the urine, then we might get the ammoniacal order. But again, this has to be interpreted in a fresh sample. But if the sample has been standing in the room temperature for more than 2 hours, then it could be because of contamination, and we should not consider that. And other causes for abnormal order are the usage of various medications, metabolic disorders like maple syrup urine disease, where you have the maple syrup order, phenylketonuria, where you have the musty or the mousy order. Now, coming on to the color and appearance, a normal urine is colorless or it is pale yellow. A concentrated urine is darker yellow, and when there is Pseudomonas infection or methylene blue, it can be green colored urine. And whenever the bilirubin is oxidized to biliverdin, it can be yellow-green to yellow-brown. And red urine, which tells us it is hematuria. When it is a glomerular hematuria, it is usually a cola-colored urine. And in whenever it is a non-glomerular hematuria, it could be a bright red urine like this. And brown-black urine is when there is methemoglobinemia or alkaptonuria. And whenever there is milky urine, consider chyluria, and whenever it is turbid, then you have to think about UTI because of the leukocytes, or there is a significant proteinuria or salt precipitation in long-standing urine samples.